This game's animation. Now, don't get it twisted, we actually like the animated style cutscenes. It's just that it could have used a lot more refinement.
The changes came slowly at first. Most didn't realize, or didn't care, and accepted them. They chose a comfortable life. Some didn't. And those who refused to conform were pushed to the sidelines.
Video game narration perfectly describes what it's like to live in modern-day America, and pretty much every other country, continent in the world, except for Australia. Those motherfuckers know how to live.
We call ourselves runners. We exist on the edge, between the gloss and the reality, the mirror's edge.
Wah wah. Roll credits. Trial and error gameplay. Now let's not get it twisted, this game is super fun once you get the hang of it and learn the controls. But it is a major pain in the ass when you first play it. So for that, we're sinning it. Inexplicable zip lines out of nowhere. This does not go where I want it to go.
Hey, throw me the bag!
Okay, two things. First of all, that's gotta be one of the lightest packages ever if you can just throw it that easily. Second of all, what the hell is in that package? Well, your guess is as good as mine because the game will never bother to explain.
This was meant to be a low-key job. Why the hell were they shooting?
You must have forgotten that we live in a dystopian society in this game. Assholes will be even bigger assholes.
Almost there.
Well, anytime you'd like to tell me where there is and what the hell you're doing, feel free.
It's my sister.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what's going on.
First of all, Merc would be excellent at GamingSins. Second of all, Faith could have easily told him about the situation with her sister on their way over there to Pope's place. You know, kind of have some narrative going on while you're parkouring. Just a thought. Just a playful thought. Regenerative health. But let's be honest, it's kind of warranted here. Still a sin.
Anyway, he was alive when I got here. Just sitting at his desk, writing. Everything went black. When I came to, he'd been shot. And I'm pretty sure it's with my gun.
How was that possible? Did you let your guard down somehow? Somebody sneak up on you like a ninja and just took it from you? Details, man. They are important.
I'm sure there was someone else in the building. Left my radio in the car, haven't had time to phone it in.
What kind of cop leaves their radio in the car when they're going to investigate something? I'm going to sin whoever thought this was a good design choice. Yeah, a game that focuses entirely on free roaming. Let's have Faith travel through these obscure linear ventilation shafts for a good chunk of the game. This asshole in the chopper clearly cannot hit their target. This is the closest thing to teabagging as you're gonna get in this game.
Something's got somebody rattled, kiddo. I don't know what it is, but they're mighty jittery.
Well, damn if that's not the most vague statement I've ever heard.
So why all the heat?
Our girl's been lifting evidence from a crime scene. Now every cop in the city seems to be after her.
Yeah, I would generally expect that to happen in a dystopian society. Why is this a surprise again? This bullshit. Never before have I wanted a spear and a Superman punch to be part of a character's moveset.
Super slow shimmying.
Is this just an American thing, or do people not understand the concept of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey?
You better learn how to run.
Running is what I do best.
Faith pulls a Batman without being Batman. I appreciate the style, but there is too much bloom in this game. Fake-ass loading screen.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. I facilitated things.
Cliched pro wrestler villain is cliched as shit. Clunky shooting mechanics. I'm gonna call these cops bootleg Albert Wesker Agent Smith types.
All I care about is Kate. And for her sake, I'm gonna let you go. But if you pull a gun on me again, I will kill you.
This doesn't end up with either of them dying. Oh, fuck yeah, traveling through corridors, that's what I want in a Mirror's Edge game. How do Ropeburn and Miller not spot her? One of the easiest boss fights ever.
Who killed Pope? You?
No! I hired someone.
Who?
A professional. Meeting him tomorrow, 2 p.m. Atrium in the mall, downtown. You'll recognize him.
Why were you with Miller?
You sure you want to know about that? Pull me up and I'll tell you.
Watch him, Faith.
Try anything in your roadkill.
Sure. Ah!
Character dies right after spilling crucial information cliché. Actual loading screen demonstrates moves that you can't actually perform in the game. All of a sudden, I'm getting siphon filter flashbacks. Also, this entire segment is literally the end of the movie Speed. Even in video games, parents take their kids to a violent protest, cause that won't mess with their heads at all.
What you're doing now, Faith, is the fastest way to get yourself killed.
Wah, wah. I see that the Mass Effect elevator decides to make an appearance. You know what? I just noticed something. This game is set in a totalitarian society and I've been going through all of these buildings. Why the fuck is nobody at work? You wanna know what's really stupid about these fans? Even if they're moving at a turtle's pace, if you try to go through them before they stop and they hit you, instant death. That is definitely worthy of a sin. I know I already mentioned this game's animations earlier, but suddenly I'm getting Fear Effect flashbacks, and I kinda wish I was playing that game instead. How does the security firm's database show up in any search results? Are these runners hackers as well? How do they have access to that sort of tech in this totalitarian society? Don't the police have any sort of firewall to block access to that? Details, man, they are important. Oh, the docs. I can only speak for myself, but fuck this entire chapter.
Jackpot.
Apparently, no password is required to access information on a top-secret confidential program. So this security firm basically reveals that Project Icarus has been training people as runners to go after runners. My question is, why the hell weren't these guys the main enemy types of the game? I mean, it would have made sense, right? You're a runner, you're doing parkour, it would only make sense that you have enemies that do parkour as well. I mean, I guess the only excuse you can make is because the plot demands it. And I say, fuck that. This guy literally floats on air. All of a sudden, I'm getting Run Lola Run flashbacks. Once again, I can only speak for myself, but fuck this boat level. Fuck all of it! Luckily, if you're playing on PC, the entire level is skippable, but it's still a sin. Apparently, Faith has teleportation skills. I wasn't notified of this, and I couldn't use them in gameplay. I see that even in a cutscene, these guys have stormtrooper aim. Explosive barrels that only exist to advance the game. Wait a minute, this isn't gameplay. Still advances the plot, so it's a sin. The Atrium level. Nuff said. Convenient sniper rifle is convenient. Also, game actually forces you to use a gun, which makes it impossible to go through this entire game without using one. How does essentially blowing up Kate's transportation truck not injure her in any way? Mentor character that ends up dying cliché.
But why Kate?
They needed a CPF cop to look like Pope's killer. No time to explain more.
The no time to explain trope, which is essentially storytelling's easy button.
So this is just the start.
I prefer to think of it as an ending. Still, you did a remarkably good job of coaxing out all those loose ends surrounding Pope's demise.
Wow, Jackknife turns out to be part of Project Icarus. Why am I not surprised?
You can't live on the edge all your life, Faith! Sooner or later, you have to jump!
Wah, wah, wow. Villain falls to their death cliché. Touching moment and all, but one quick question. What the fuck happened to those two guards that were shooting at you literally less than a minute ago? This game does not finish with its true ending. And if you're wondering what that is, well, see for yourself.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!